Okay, chasing progress is a very common trap to fall into, and it's not that progress is bad or anything like that. Progress is obviously great, but you want to make sure you don't value your training only on its ability to deliver progress, because if you train for life, progress will eventually slow down, stop, and at some point, we will all just be training to hold on to whatever we can for as long as we can. Now, if you only train for the thrill of that next PR or for the prospect of unlocking a new variation, then you're probably going to end up like so many others who quit training when their promise of regular PRs just becomes a thing of the past. And this is why you've got to love the process. If you do it for a long time, you're going to have months or even years where things are kind of stagnant. That's just real life. Progress slows down and it stops happening on a daily or weekly basis, and it happens more like over months. And as your training age parallels your chronological age, it's not just that it takes longer to squeeze out more gains, but your recovery capacity starts to take a hit. And that's not just because you're getting older, but it's also because your lifestyle changes as you get older too. You end up taking on more responsibility, and this just requires more of your time and attention, and you often end up sacrificing sleep. And since the stakes are higher, your baseline level of stress is elevated, and all of these things make recovery more challenging. And this is fine. It's not like we want to avoid taking on more responsibilities or anything, because that's kind of the whole point. And the goal of training isn't to make us great at training. It's not a replacement for real life. It's a practice to help us face the challenges of real life. It's to help us build and maintain our physical and mental health, to make us more capable and resilient, to make us better versions of ourselves, and not just for ourselves, but for the people who depend on us, and hopefully, give us a better quality of life while we're here. And yes, real life will absolutely interfere with your ability to maximize your progress. The simple practice, though, of training just better prepares you for real life, and the benefits don't rely on you maximizing progress anyway. And it's not like you can't make great progress as you get older or after you've been training for a while, because I can tell you personally, some of the best progress I've ever made was long after I was a beginner, when I was well into my 30s, when I had enough experience to understand all the stupid things I had done up until then, and was finally mature enough to let go of them. So it's just that in general, over time, progress slows down and becomes less predictable. Your kids bring home a cold, or you tweak your neck at jiu-jitsu, or you start working nights, or you have a new baby in the house, or you get food poisoning on vacation. These are the things that just happen. But that's why we train, so we can go through life with a sharper sword and a sturdier shield. And we don't abandon the practice just because progress slows down, because ultimately the value is not in the progress, it's in the practice. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.